Hello from Peak Season Cuisine. Today we're making oil halva. First we're going to start with the syrup. You are going to need 2 cups of water, 2 cups of milk, and 2 cups of sugar. Mix well. Now you're going to turn up the burner to about a medium heat, and you're going to have the sugar dissolve, eventually simmer, and then bring to a boil for 5 minutes. Okay, so now while we're waiting for the milk to simmer, we are going to add 1 cup of vegetable oil, you could use olive oil. I find it a little too strong. You could even do a half and half, half olive oil, half vegetable, coconut oil, whatever you find is fine, just as long as it's 1 cup of oil. And 2 cups of semolina. And we're going to cook it until it's golden brown. Now the reason why they're in large pots is so that they don't overboil and then rise above the top and completely fall onto your stove top. You don't want to do that. You might want to avoid that situation. As you can see right now, the semolina and the oil are well incorporated. Now what we're basically doing is heating it up, cooking it, and making it to a golden brown color is what you're looking for. If you can't really see that color on this, if you can go by smell, it should smell like buttered popcorn when it's ready. It's now starting to brown, and you're starting to get that buttery popcorn smell. At this point you want to keep stirring, make sure it doesn't burn so that you can get it fully incorporated in that color. There it goes. I'm going to turn off the heat now. Okay, so I smell that buttery popcorn and the color looks good. I think I'm ready to pull it aside. Now what's next is we're finishing off the syrup, which had milk, sugar, and water in it. We want it to bring it up to a simmer, and then we have to boil it for 5 minutes. Now we have it up to a boil. We want to make sure that it doesn't rise too high. It tends to do that. That's why we have it in such a large pot. At this point, you're going to want to add in your nuts. It's going to be a cup of nuts of any sort, unless it's pine nuts. If it's pine nuts, because it's very overpowering, you want to do half a cup. So I'm going to do a half cup of pine nuts. Okay, so now the syrup, which has milk, water, sugar, and pine nuts in, has been boiling for about 5 minutes. So we're going to pull it to the side while keeping the heat still at medium-high heat. I'm going to bring over the semolina that was fried in the oil, and we're going to add the milk into here. Now you're going to see why we have a larger pot, because a smaller one would cause it to bring up and pop over. So here we go. Get all those pine nuts in there. As you can see, that it rised up at least twice the amount that it was. So you want to make sure you have a rather large pot for this. At this point, you're going to keep it at a medium-high heat, and you're just going to keep on stirring until it turns into a porridge, like right now. Then you're going to turn it down to a medium heat. And then you're going to keep on stirring until it's pulling off up the pot, the edges. You want it really, really thick mass. There it goes. That's what you want to see right there. Now you can turn off your heat. And it smells fantastic right now. You can smell that buttery popcorn and that beautiful pine nut. And that's what you want right there. That's it. Right there. You don't have to cook it anymore. Might as well pull it off. So now you put your oiled halva into a well-oiled mold of some sort. I've chosen my my silicone mini cups. I use them for whoopies or macaroons. So in this case, we're going to be using it to shape the halva for little pieces for my family for Thanksgiving. So just simply, and you'll have to work rather quickly just for the heat. It's still pretty hot, but you don't want it to cool off in the pot. So these are little miniature bundt pans. I had bought them at Michael's. I believe it was around the holidays. It was a while back ago. I think they were on sale for $5. I don't know if they still sell them, but that's where I got them. And I'm going to be using them to mold the rest of the halva for my family. But again, you could use any mold, just make sure that it's well oiled. So this is how the little mini one in the silicone that I had put it in is going to look like. I plan to put them in a white platter with one pine nut right on top and a little sprinkle of cinnamon, and that's how I'm going to serve it, so people could just pick it up and eat it. So that's the little mini halva, oiled halva. And this is how the mini bundt halva looks like. Obviously, it's about a 2-person share right there. I mean, unless you're really, really just wanting to ache and eat all of it, that's all on you. I'd probably be one of those people, end up eating that entire thing little by little. But there you go. That is oiled halva. I hoped that it was easy to follow, and give me any questions that I can answer if you have any issues, or if you want to see something else. Thank you for joining us. Bye.